What's up, guys? Welcome to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. As many of you know, there's been chaos that has ensued the last few days, especially with the Malik event, giving shards and then them taking away and then taking away shards and stuff like that. Okay, listen, that didn't affect me. And I think probably, listen, here's my whole take on this. I think the reaction to the Malik issue itself might have been an overreaction. I don't mean that in the way for those of you that are affected. Obviously, it's a big deal. But I think it's been a culmination of everything that has happened in the game recently. And that event was the straw that broke the camel's back. It just set people off. So CG, if you are listening, please, somebody get this in CG's hands because I don't want this game to die. There's been so many videos on YouTube, rightfully so, with complaints and people thinking that the game is dying. Are they killing the game on purpose? Do they want it to get over with? Listen, this game has been a massive part of my life. I love this game. I have spent ridiculous amounts of money on this game. I have General Skywalker. I am extremely frustrated with only getting him at 5 stars and him being basically a useless character right now. I still run him with a clone team and 501st team and Territory Wars and Grand Arena. And I have a Zeta that's coming up soon. I'm not even going to put it on him right away because I'm going to put it on another character that I really want Zeta to help me in other aspects of the game because I'm not going to be able to get him to 7 stars anytime soon. So I'm going to give a few ideas since there are a lot of... there's a lot of animosity towards the game. One of my best buddies has thought about completely quitting the game. I don't want that. I love this game because of the relationships I've formed, the people I've talked to. So please, listen, and then for those of you that are watching this, I'll probably post this on Reddit. Maybe I'll take some heat for it. But I want you to leave constructive ideas, too. I've had so many people tell me, it doesn't matter, CG's not going to listen. Maybe they won't. But by the off chance that they can hear this, listen, your Malik event rollout was crap. It was a disaster. You should have just let people keep the shards that they were receiving. By the way, third time the event came out, it wouldn't have been that bad of a thing. For those of us that got him early, we most likely have him to 5 or 7 stars the way it is if we had him in some of the other events. But I'm going to go through a list of some of the things that can immediately get players fired up for the game again, get them back involved into this. I do not want this game to die. Nobody does. It is so much fun, but it has been... This can't be a game for whales only, okay? I don't know your revenue. I don't know your bottom line, but you can't live without having a large fan base. So, just a few ideas I'm going to throw out here. And again, in the comment section below, please, please, please leave ideas. And somehow, let's have them listen to this. Because I don't want to think that they're just greedy... without saying any swear words, greedy people that know the game is dying and they're just trying to get as much money as they can. Okay, number one, when we have these super hard legendary events that involve Malik or General Skywalker, that a lot of us have to pour money into, that, is he going to be just as good or even needed the second time he comes out? What's the deal with that? Make these events that are the hardest events in the game, drop a 7-star character, please. Mobile Gamer, Arnold, I've watched their videos, yes. Hire those two as consultants, for heaven's sake. Get people that love the game on board. Guys, this shouldn't be a game of hoarding. I didn't hoard my guild event currency, okay? Drop these characters at 7 stars because, listen, there is going to be a difference between the whale players and the free-to-play players. The people that whale and spend a lot of money should have an advantage. They're making an economical choice to do things with their money that they want to because they enjoy something. Some people go to concerts. Some people go to bars. Some people would rather take that money that they use for leisure and spend it on something like this, a game that they enjoy. So there's no reason to drop ridiculous amounts of money to have a character come out that isn't even good. Because at 7 stars, he's amazing. We've seen the testing videos and stuff like that. He can dominate the entire game. So it's no use to drop a 5-star character and then make us wait an extended amount of time to finally get that guild event currency to get him to 7 stars. That has to be fixed immediately. Don't ever do this again. If you're going to drop a character like this, have it where like you had it with Thrawn. If you can complete the 5-star tier you can get them at 5 stars. If you complete the 6-star tier, you can get them at 6 stars. If you can complete the 7-star tier, you can complete them at 7 stars. Give people the opportunity to get him at 7 stars. Otherwise, you just completely slapped every whale, kraken, person in the face that spent money on it by making him useless, okay? Number 1, that's a must fix, okay? That's a must fix. Number 2, the most painful gear crunch in the entire game is Kyrotechs. They said, we're going to make it easier to farm gear, get gear for stuff like that. Okay, then they came out with Kyrotechs and basically slapped everybody in the face. So what are you going to do? If you want to make this, again, here's my idea on this. Let me know. I don't think you can remove them from the game completely. Make the requirements from 50 to 20. So whenever somebody needs a Kyrotech, they have to get 20 Kyrotechs, okay? Instead of 50. So in this case, it would be 40 to get it. And maybe even on the Gear 13 piece, to get a character to Gear 13, you could keep it at 50. Again, I'm trying to give a little leeway here. But in all the other aspects where Kyrotechs are needed, have it required 20 of these required because they're a hard farm. You know, stun guns, Carbonis, stun cuffs, those are still the biggest crunch in the game. The implants, the gold eyeballs as people call them, you still have to get 50 of those. So you throw in a whole new piece, completely turn people off, think farming is impossible. So reduce those to at least 20 per upgrade. Again, leave comments in the comment section with what you think about that. Now, we're talking about a lack of new content in the game as well. A new character comes out, yeah. The most healthy, the time this game is most healthy is when, like, the Sith Raid came out. There were videos all over the place. People need to figure out teams, figure out how to get into a guild that can complete it. So not only do we need a new raid or new content like that that's coming out, by the way, and I don't know if it's because they've had to skeletize or cut their staff back. We need more content that's more than just characters. Yes, we need more characters, but we also need more content as well to be able to keep people involved. But with the raids that you have, okay? So many people go in, put a team in, or hit auto, okay? That can't happen anymore. Reason being, you have to start making rewards a lot better in the raids. If I place first in the Sith raid, the rewards should be so much better than they are right now, okay? The rewards were huge when it first came out because everybody wanted Treya. Those Treya shards were awesome. Otherwise, there's no incentive to do the raid anymore. I mean, we complete it because we have people go in, but not only do the rewards need to be massively better, so you incentivize people to get into the game, do the raids, try to get gear. I can understand if you say, hey, you know what? The first 10 spots are going to get a lot better gear than, or the first 25 spots are going to get better gear than the people in the lower 25 to make sure people have to come in, compete, try. And if you get first in a competitive guild, you get, 2-3 full pieces of gear. And I'm talking more than just that you're giving out now. Also, add crystals to raid rewards. Incentivize people to do the raids. Have it if you get 50th, you get 50. If you get up to first, you can get up to 300, 400, stuff like that. Keep people involved in the game. Give another resource that you can allow people to purchase more shipments and stuff like that, because that's where a lot of people, I think, end up getting their gear pieces is through shipments. You give 500 crystals to the person that gets first in a raid, you're going to help, you're going to get more active people because you're going to be able to use those crystals towards gear or to mods or something else. I like the idea of, like, with the Rancor raid being able to sim it, okay? And I don't know when we'll do that with the tank raid, but somehow the rewards got to be better. And I can understand developers thinking, well, every 2 days when you can do the raid, we don't want you to be able to get 3 full pieces of gear. The Sith raid, where we have to do it, yes, that should be the case. I don't have as good of ideas for autoing raids and stuff like that, so please leave comments in the comment section below. But raid rewards need to be so much better. We need to get crystals from the raids. And again, going back to the game being starved for content, there's nothing to make videos on as a content creator, as a player. People aren't even going to, watch certain things because they're like, oh, we've gone over all that. The biggest difference in the game right now comes down to mods, which I've been going to be doing more videos on as well. So far we have the hard events have to drop a full starred character, okay? You got to reduce things like Kyrotechs and maybe just Kyrotechs. That would help tremendously down to 20. We need to have better rewards from raids. crystals from the raids and stuff like that. And that's just a few to start with. Not only do we need more raids and stuff like that. Let's talk about relics a little bit. Relics are a major whale aspect of the game. I actually don't mind relics. So I know you just can't take them out of the game. Like I said, I enjoy them. It's getting to gear 13, then getting those relics up there that's the trickiest. I don't know if we need to somehow decrease the requirements, because, you know, I'm going to run out of all the cheap gear pretty soon because all the relics that I'm doing. You know, actually, let me look at a character that I don't have gear 7 relic. Let me look at Ventress, okay? You know, it takes a while, and then you have to get, these things are not an easy farm, especially if you need to farm characters with that. So the, whatever you want to call it, the relic salvages or whatever. Then let's look at General Kenobi. You know, getting him to relic tier 6, I have to give up some really good pieces. Am I going to give up Kairos right now to get General Kenobi to relic tier 6? No. I had to do that a few times with certain characters during the General Skywalker event. Not happy about it. So find a way to fix that, please. That needs to be fixed. Okay? Yeah, like, no, I'm not giving up a full set of stun cuffs to get 10 of these pieces right here. Okay? So somehow you have to help streamline the relic system a little bit so people that actually work. Here's what happened. Gear 13 came out, and then with relics, it basically became Gear 14 within a span of like a month or two. You can't have that happen. You can't have that big of a gear jump that quickly. The idea behind relics, I think, is a good idea, but we have to somehow fix that to make that more... once a person gets to character gear 13, they've worked their tail off. They've farmed a ton of things. Getting higher relics should not be as hard as it is. Next, let's talk about the hard node energy crunch, or the energy crunch that we have. Okay, I refresh energy all the time, but hard nodes, it's so hard to farm. There's a total of 5 characters right now that I have to get to 7 stars. General Skywalker, Vander Chewie, Range Trooper, okay, Wat Tombar, and First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot. Then I have everybody 7 stars, which I'm totally pumped about. But the crunch on these hard nodes for people to farm, the refresh at 25 isn't bad. It's the amount of energy that it costs to continually go through these things. If you want more free-to-play players continue to come to the game, you have to maximize their investment in these hard nodes. Because between the gear crunch and the character crunch, I understand there needs to be some sort of difference in time between getting a 50 pieces of a gear to get a gear piece to getting a character to 7 stars. But when you're working on 8,000 characters that you need to get leveled up, and then a new character comes that you need to get geared up to be able to do a certain event, people don't have enough crystals to buy enough energy to go, okay, I need to be able to still do these hard nodes. And it's not even the refresh of the hard nodes, that 25 crystals. That's not bad. It's continually refreshing and getting enough energy. So if somebody would say have to farm... Let's just use Range Trooper, for example. They have to farm Range Trooper to get him ready for an event, but they also need to farm Kyrotechs. When people farm Kyrotechs, they're going to be going and doing let's see if I have one here on Revan so I can use a perfect example. Yes, right here. The Mark 9 Kyrotech Battle Computer Prototype. They're going to be doing the one that costs 10 energy. It's the only one that's available on the normal instead of the hard node. So we have to somehow fix the hard node, normal mode, energy crunch. Energy crunch is a major issue. Okay, those are some massive things right there. If you want to get even deeper, have an event or some type of thing where your guild mates can compete against yourselves. You have a sandbox mode. I don't care the amount of money or the amount of time it's going to create to add that to the game. There is so much money left to be made in this game with all of the characters from the Star Wars universe, all the new content and movies that are coming out, all the Legends material that we could be adding people for. This game could be running for 5-10 more years with the proper management in a way to keep people interested in the game. Right now, it feels like they're going, let's get as much money out of this game as possible, make the whales, the Kraken spend, basically give a big middle finger to all of them, say, we're getting your money, the game's going to shut down. That cannot happen. I've invested, and not only me, okay, I'm not trying to sound selfish. People have invested way too much in this game, time, money, because of how much fun it is. But you can't take the fun out of it, and you can't let the game die, okay? So that issue right there that we talked about, okay, the adding more content, and that can kind of be thrown in with the sandbox mode, other modes. Your CG, your PR is awful. You got rid of Carrie, who I think was excellent. Yeah, she did a few things here and there. Once you got rid of her, the new guy in charge, luckily I'm not contractual bound or anything by CG. Whoever you are, listen, this is constructive criticism. You've done an awful job. I don't know if you're a bad person. I don't know if you're greedy. I don't know if EA is the one that keeps you from doing all of this, if we have to have a conversation with EA. But you're listening to the fan base, because if you want games to continue, you have to listen to players and you have to listen to the fan base. Obviously, I understand it can't be a complete democracy in the sense that where if everybody says something, you can do it. You have to make decisions. But you can't constantly do the opposite of what everybody thinks is a good idea. You have to have a developer, and I know you probably say you have this, a developer outreach of some sort, okay? This outreach has to come into contact with certain whales, certain free-to-play players on a weekly basis. Find the time. You're running a business, successful businesses. Sometimes you have to lose sleep, okay? And have them help you collaborate to make the game better. If you stand in your little bubble, your selfish little selves, and not listen to the fan base, whatever, you're going to lose revenue, you're going to lose the game, and you're going to lose jobs. And I don't know if you don't care about that, but you have to fix that. You have to... here's what I don't like about Reddit, okay? Reddit can be the most negative place on planet Earth. But sometimes you got to go read that negativity and take out the grains of constructive criticism that actually is true and use that to better the game. Okay, like I said, the Malik event, I think personally was a massive overreaction to how people reacted to it. You did an awful job with how you handled it, by the way. But like I said, if that was the only thing that had happened, it'd be a lot easier. It was the straw that broke the camel's back. None of us want this game to die, okay? I love this game. I've said this a million times. I know I'm repeating myself in some instances, but you have to fix some of this stuff. Just start with the gear crunch right away. Just do one thing at a time. You say, you know what, we're taking Kairos from 50 to 20 on the requirements. You're automatically going to start giving people faith in your business model, because your business model right now is junk. Yes, I feel safe saying this, because when I see some of my best friends decide to quit the game because of the decisions that you made, it makes me angry. And I don't like to be angry. I don't like to be negative. But this has to be fixed. You have to realize what your customers want. If this was a business in the private marketplace that wasn't gaming, let's say you were a Walmart store, just as an example, and you treated customers the way that you are treating people in this game right now, you'd be closed down. You wouldn't have any business. You have to run this like a successful business that wants to take care of its customers and consumers. And please, somebody at CG, comment back to me on this video and let me know what you think. Watch the whole thing, by the way. Let us know what your thought process is. At least tell us why you're doing what you're doing, okay? Well, we had to roll back the Malik event on a weekend, and we were all at home, and we wanted a few days off, so we couldn't do it correctly. Tough. Figure it out. Do it better, okay? Please spread this video around. Even if you don't like me as a content creator or my personality, let me know if you think the points that I make are valid. Leave comments in the comment section. And everybody tells me you're not going to get CG to change. The game's going to die. I don't accept that answer. We got to figure it out. So let's get it done. Spread this video. Peace out, and may the force be with you.